in this video, we'll be talking about gut yeast infections and their relationship to your overall health. What you probably know is your digestive system is home to a lot of bacteria. Some of them are pathogenic, but the majority of them serve an important vital function and help keep you healthy. When these bacteria are not present, organisms like yeast can overgrow and start to colonize the digestive system. A 1980 study published in the Journal of Medical Microbiology examined human feces and found that the dry weight was comprised of about 50% bacteria. So that gives you an idea of just how much bacteria is in your digestive system. Antibiotics serve to wipe out both good probiotic bacteria and harmful pathogenic bacteria. So when somebody takes antibiotics and their bacteria gets wiped out, organisms like yeast, who are immune to antibiotics, have an excess amount of space, food, and rapidly overgrow and colonize the digestive system. The kind of yeast that is likely the cause of most digestive system yeast infections is Candida albicans. Candida is a genus of yeast, and there are many species within this genus, but albicans is one of the most pathogenic and is responsible for about 80% of all yeast infections. A 1999 study published in Clinical Microbiology Reviews found that about 80% of all yeast infections were caused by Candida albicans, and about 5 to 8% were caused by Candida glabrata, and another 5 to 8% was caused by Candida tropicalis. Candida glabrata seems to be more and more prevalent due to the widespread use of antimycotic or antifungal drugs. Candida glabrata has an innate resistance to antifungal drugs, therefore it's becoming more and more prevalent. So how do you know if you have a digestive system yeast infection? Well, if you feel tired a lot, spaced out, you suffer from depression, you're sensitive to perfume and other chemical odors, and you have a lack of concentration and you just generally feel lousy, you may have a digestive system yeast infection that is wreaking havoc on your overall health. One way Candida can get into your blood and start to affect your entire body is by moving through the lining of your intestines. Some types of Candida grow hyphal germ tubes, which are like long tendrils that the yeast develop into. The most prevalent yeast infection species, Candida albicans, is one type of Candida that does grow germ tubes. Also, the inflammation Candida can cause as it colonizes the lining of the intestine can lead to various leaky gut symptoms and generally diminish the overall protectiveness of the barrier in the intestine between the blood and the stuff inside of the intestines. A 2009 study published in the Journal of Hospital Infection found that Candida in the digestive system seemed to frequently move from the intestines into the blood. The study took a sample of a few patients with candidemia, and they found about 73% of those patients had genetically identical strains of Candida in their gut as they did in their blood. 84% of those patients had matching Candida strains in their mouth and in their blood. The study's researchers suggested that gastrointestinal tract colonization of Candida was likely the source of the candidemia, or a yeast infection of the blood. And if yeast can pass through the intestinal barrier, what about the smaller toxins that Candida produces? It's a documented fact that Candida produces ethanol and other toxins that can begin to seep into the blood and start to cause a lot of different health problems. These toxins can predispose you to infections, and then your doctor may prescribe more antibiotics to treat routine bacterial infections, and this in turn wipes out bacteria in the digestive system even more and gives yeast even more of a foothold. So it's really a vicious cycle that many people have experienced. A 1976 study published in Contributions to Microbiology and Immunology showed that Candida does in fact produce various toxins of high and low molecular weight, and that these toxins help to suppress the immune system of the host and also may amplify Candida's ability to colonize the body. Inflammatory bowel diseases can also give Candida a foothold. Candida likes to colonize inflamed areas in the intestinal system, and its subsequent colonization can cause even more inflammation. So if you're dealing with an inflammatory bowel disease, getting rid of Candida may be a key step in helping you improve. So if you have a digestive system yeast infection, what can you do? Well, to begin with, you may want to try going on a fast for about 24 hours, and during that time, just drink black currant juice. Research has indicated that it can inhibit the development of Candida albicans. Also, you might want to throw in some cranberry juice. But just make sure to get the unsweetened versions of these juices, as sugar does feed Candida. Next, you can blend up some garlic. Try to blend it first because garlic contains allicin and allinase, and when these two chemicals mix, they form allicin, which has powerful antifungal activity. You can't actually eat the pureed garlic too easily, so put it in 00 gelatin capsules. You can also take some cinnamon and put in 00 capsules as well. Take those pills at night before you go to bed. And in the morning, make sure you take a probiotic pill that's rich in Lactobacillus acidophilus. Also, being on a low carbohydrate Candida diet will probably help relieve a digestive system problem with Candida. You can also switch the fats you're using over to coconut oil, as this oil has proven ability to stop the growth of yeast. Candida Hub has a lot more information regarding digestive system problems and the relationship to Candida. You can check out the article if you'd like. The link is right below in the description. And at Candida Hub, you can learn about a 12-hour natural solution for yeast infections that's safe to use and will cure your yeast infection in about 12 hours. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.